Yeah. Are we starting the music first?
Are you ready for the talk of the town? Your favorite podcast while you're driving around. We're #1, so toss us the crown. Better believe that we will hold it down with the Long Island Sound. Welcome to 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 the Long Island Sound.
Yo. Back with another episode. You got your man Big Sil here with my man Little Ant.
I don't know how many times I got to tell this fucking guy. It's Big Ant on this side, Little Sil over here.
Fucking jerk off.
We got a special guest today.
Big guest. Guest.
Our boy right here to my left. We got my guy, Phil Wesson.
What's up?
Gamestop Millionaire.
Future Gamestop Millionaire.
Madden record 77-3. 77-3 we're going to go with. Knows his way around a mattress. Some people call him best mattress salesman on the island.
It's a controversial statement, but it's true.
So, Wesson, everyone in here has been in a mattress shop before. Everyone knows you go in there, you fucking jump on all the beds, you lay on all the beds. You got any funny stories about people fucking jumping on beds, sleeping on beds? Maybe you found someone falling asleep.
Well, besides the fact that most of the time I'm just watching Netflix. I finished the whole Sopranos in 3 weeks from season 1 to the end. But one time my friend...
Mattress business is down, I guess.
I was going to say...
I mean, one time my friend Lou came in and we were doing wrestling moves on the mattress.
Fucking guy.
So I told him, I was like, I choke slammed him and he sold it terrible. I was like, bro, this is how you sell a choke slam. Choke slam me. I sold it great.
Of course.
But I broke the box spring. It cracked. But I didn't tell anyone.
I was going to say, so now what, you gotta put in like a claim on this? What happened then?
No, I'm in different stores every day, so nobody knows.
So someone out there still got a fucking mattress on the island with a post-choke slam box spring broken.
Box spring. I did have someone sit in the store for 7 hours one time.
No.
Like, he was just like, oh, I'll just try him. You can just sit. You can just wait. Dude took 7 hours and then came in at 1 at like 6:30. He was like, all right, I think I'm going to go with this one now.
Do you guys...
I would have beat the shit out of the guy.
Do you guys this literally just came to my mind right now, and it may be stupid, but do you guys change the sheets and shit on the beds? Like,
there's no sheets.
Yeah, there's no
it's just maybe I haven't been to a mattress store in a while.
Yeah. My mom still buys my brother mattresses. So
yeah, it's
he
true.
ain't been to none of them.
Phil got me mine, so shout out to my guy Phil.
What's up? You need a discount? You know what I'm saying? Hit me up.
He's the guy. He's the guy.
As Phil throws up that gang sign and looks like a skinny version of Shannon Sharp, decked out.
Yeah, we see you in the
Lakers gear.
The decked out Lakers gear. Is it Lakers to the moon this year for a title or what?
Lakers in 6.
Who they?
Nah.
No, it's
Lakers
definitely
in 6.
To me. It's Lakers in 5.
I mean, if it's the Nets, it's Lakers in 5. If it's the Sixers, it's Lakers in 6.
Nah.
Because the Nets are all hype.
Yeah, I think the Nets are a team that...
You know what's going to happen?
They're literally, you said it on our way here, they're one argument away from breaking up.
Oh, yeah.
And being like
Kyrie Irving's going to fold. He's going to be like...
Kyrie Irving is a cancer to any
Earth
team.
is square.
Kyrie Sills boy with Boston.
No, he's not. Kyrie is a pure cancer, a stage 4 cancer on any team he goes to.
And James Harden will miss a bunch of threes in a row. I don't know how did this guy become fans of every Boston sports team.
Bro, we're a Boston house.
Born on Long Island.
We're a Boston family.
The most Long Island dude ever. Patriots. Boston Celtics. You've been to Boston like twice in your whole life.
Oh.
He's a ride or die.
I got family out there. I got family in Harwick, Cape Cod.
Oh, shout out
to Aunt June.
Shout out Aunt June, actually.
Yeah, nah, it's green till we die.
I actually did like Kyrie. Even the Celtics, I was like, whatever. But the one thing that set me so off with Kyrie, he's such a fucking weirdo. You guys see the thing where, like, now he wants to light, like, a fucking incense candle on,
he was lighting the
court
sage.
of every game before he goes.
He's a fucking loser. Bro, he's a dead loser.
Now, I know, look, I got the LeBron stuff on, but I used to be the biggest LeBron hater. Like, I hated LeBron.
What, in his Miami days?
No, Phil hated LeBron.
I hated LeBron
even on the Cavs.
Even on the Cavs for a little bit. And then one day, I think it was when the Warriors were just beating the shit out of him, and I was like, and he was leading his team, and I'm like, why am I hating this dude? Like, what's the point in hating greatness?
He's the GOAT, bro.
Nah, he's not the GOAT.
So LeBron did go up against those crazy Warriors. What do we feel about his next opponent, the Monstars? Space Jam 2 coming out. What?
Early candidate for
movie
Academy Awards.
Yeah. I definitely won't.
Best Picture.
I won't be watching that movie in any sense.
Why?
I'll be boycotting that movie like The Weeknd boycotts the Grammys.
Why? Because he didn't get any nominations?
No, because the movie's horrible. First of all, that was meant to be a cartoon, and now it's like a Toy Story animation style.
You know, kids. You have 2 kids. Kids don't like drawn animation now. They don't like it. It's gross.
It don't matter. And then not only that, look, as a kid, I'm not saying I wanted to like have sex with cartoon characters.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm into fucking anime porn,
but like, I don't even know the bunny's name, but she used to be
Lola Bunny.
She used to be better looking. Now she's just like
she was thick. Like she had the belly shirt. She was pretty stacked.
Yeah, now she's like very conservative.
Well, now she's got like the grandma fit on. Like the jersey's a little bit.
She's got the compression shorts underneath her.
The
shorts.
compression shorts are underneath. Yeah, she has a bad look now to her, and she used to be like she used to be hot.
She used to be bad. Now, I mean,
she wasn't Jessica Rabbit bad, but she was up there.
Jessica Rabbit was from what was she in
Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit.
Fucking God.
No, but wasn't
I guarantee you, Anthony's never even seen Roger Rabbit.
It's
honestly,
like
I don't think.
human,
I don't think I've seen it all the way through. I've just seen clips.
I definitely don't remember it.
I don't remember it either.
I mean, truthfully, I maybe seen it one time.
That's the one where he's like it's half human, like human people are in it, and then half cartoonish, right?
Yeah, it's like a Space Jam.
Yeah. I've seen that.
But yeah, it's like a Space Jam.
Like LeBron early candidate for Best Picture.
No,
for that movie,
Space Jam.
I mean, well, he's got his kids in it and shit too, right?
Which makes it even worse.
Well, did Jordan have his kids in it?
Yeah, like for 3 seconds.
Well, his kids are going to be in it for like 3 seconds, I think.
Rewatch the original Space Jam and tell me Jordan's acting is out of the park, because it's not.
It is.
I don't even fucking remember Jordan's acting in it.
No, Jordan's great. I just think that LeBron's the GOAT.
I mean, he did seal that fucking win, though, with that big dunk, that 3-point dunk.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this.
Just like Brady's the GOAT. I hate Brady more than... Brady's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Just because he didn't win all of them that he played in the most. And he also won the most because it's football.
Okay, but LeBron hasn't played in the most either.
I mean, Bill Russell played. There were like 6 teams in the NBA
don't care,
back then.
but don't make a
He was the only motherfucker who could dribble with his right and left
Don't
hand.
make a blank statement like
it was
that.
like they were like... He was like the first black guy to play in the NBA. It's like, oh my God, what's he doing? He's putting the ball directly in with his hands.
Listen.
Oh my God.
Remember semi-pro when they do the alley-oop? Travel. Double dribble. That's got to be something, father. Because they got the priest as the ref back in the day.
Listen. Like, it's way, way, way harder to get to championships and Super Bowls than it is to get in the finals of basketball.
I feel like that's true.
That is true. Because realistically, if you're good enough in basketball, you could be like,
you can carry a team a little bit more.
Give me the ball, and you could hold the ball 80% of the time. Whereas, like, football, there's 53 guys. Like, even if, let's say, Brady's the best player ever, which he is.
Yeah, you got to rely on your offensive line.
Like, if someone don't catch it, if someone, like, there's 40 things that have to happen for him to be great.
So then how come just dropping one guy, Brady, into Tampa Bay took them to the Super Bowl?
So now
because he's that great. Bro, he's a player, and I hate to give LeBron any credit. He's a player that you put him on a franchise or a team, he changes the entire culture. Like, I don't care. Like, you put Joe Montana on the Chiefs, bro. They sucked ass. Like, he might have made it to the playoffs. You take Brady, an alleged system quarterback. The problem was he's a system quarterback, but the system is Tom Brady. And you drop him on the Bucks, the most losing franchise of all time.
The Succaneers.
Yeah, thank you. The Succaneers. And he wins a title year 1.
They definitely had the pieces around him that were good, obviously, but look what they did with Jameis. Although I love Jameis is the guy. And he's the fucking meme guy.
Jameis ain't the guy.
Jameis is a funny dude. But yeah, you drop him there. But then the argument that people say that I get a lot is when I say like, well, football, you need a lot more to happen. When people go, yeah, well, he has teammates that are really good then because...
Doesn't matter.
But my thing is like, yeah, but basketball, LeBron can literally be the guy, and that's good enough. You can't just drop Brady. I mean, you can just drop Brady.
I'm going to be honest. You could probably drop Brady
on the Jets. The Jets.
Maybe not the Jets.
Honestly.
The Jets.
Bro, Brady's so good. I think you drop him on the Jets. They'll be a contender.
I can't even name 5 Jets players right now.
But the one thing, I mean, actually,
I truthfully can't name 5 Jets players.
I would say Brady hasn't done it in movies yet, but he was really funny in Ted 2.
Yeah.
And his commercials.
His commercials are really good.
That fucking Gronk commercial with the T-Mobile.
That was
good. That was all time.
Another slept on like Brady commercial / skit is It was on Funny or Die like 5 years ago.
Oh, the Boston one?
Yeah.
He's like, you're from Boston. He's like, I'm from California. He's like, I can't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Cockies.
He's like, I can't understand what you're saying with your Boston accent.
I don't even remember this.
And then, because he has like a cutout of him. He's at a Dick's Sporting Goods. And he's like, the one guy's like, you look real familiar. He's like, I played quarterback for the New England Patriots. He's like, you're that guy. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, it's Matt Damon. He's like, I'm not Matt Damon. He starts arguing, then he smacks the
cutout.
He smacks the cutout of himself and walks out. And the lady's like, I don't feel bad that your wife died in that movie anymore, Matt Damon.
Well, you know how the Boston people run deep, bro. They got like 5 actors, and they're like, everyone's If you're from Boston, you deadass will try and sell me that you're related to like Mark Wahlberg. Him or Ben, like that's like my second cousin's this. Where it's like, motherfucker, you're just from Boston. That ain't actually your relative. Well, it's so fucking bad.
Me and Sil have this bet like 5 years ago.
Wait. Let's not forget, Phil has paid me so many times on ridiculous Tom Brady bets he's made. I've won $250 off Phil because he said he wouldn't play when he was 41, start one game. And I'm actually now...
Okay, so this is the new one. Like 5 years ago, so it seemed like a good bet at the time.
And how old's Brady now? 43?
41.
41.
Was that 41?
And I was like...
Oh, no, he might be 40.
I'll tell you right now. I'll look it up.
No, he's going to be 42 in August. He'll be 43 next year.
And the bet was 43, right?
I believe it was 40...
No, Tom Brady's 43 right now. He was born in 77. I had a feeling he was 43, yeah.
Yeah, so basically if Tom Brady starts one game next year...
I thought it was the next season.
It's 44.
When's his extension till? He just signed like a...
It's technically 1 year, but he could do 3.
Yeah, okay.
If Tom Brady, not next year, starts one game the following year, Phil owes me 500 clams, and...
I have to lick the bottom of my shoe.
He added this as a caveat. He has to lick the bottom of his shoe.
Wait, what?
I didn't think it was going to happen.
What happens if he doesn't play?
No, nothing.
No, I didn't even. There's nothing on the other side.
Phil was so confident.
God damn it, Phil.
He told me that.
We got to teach you how to bet.
Tom Brady, he said, I'm going to make this bet. He won't play when he's 44. If he starts one game, I will give you $500 and I will lick the bottom of my shoe.
Wait, when he's 44?
One game.
So that's this season coming up because he turns 44 in August.
No, it's the next season.
It might be 45. It's 45. I have it in my phone.
He turns 44
yeah,
literally
because
in 3
we had
months.
forgotten about the bet for like...
in my phone, and then I
looked for like 3 years, and then all of a sudden he's like, yo, I looked at my notes.
I was like, yo, if Brady plays when he's 45, you have to lick your shoe and give me $500.
But that $500 will be nothing because I will have made millions off GameStop by then.
Oh, God.
Oh, that reminds me. Facts or cap, Wesson? You're gonna be a millionaire off of GameStop?
This is a fact. I like the stock.
I gotta call fucking
just
cap
buy
on
it
that.
and hold it.
Yo, wait, someone throw that fucking Bobby Schmurda hat on him after this little clip.
I'm going to have my man Big Lenny from Lenny
Big
Photography.
Lenny. Throw that shit right on
Bobby
his head top.
Cap
All right, it's that Lakers one.
Okay, well, you're not invited to the bachelor party I'm throwing, not even getting married. When these GameStop millions come through.
That I like.
Yeah, now I'm rooting for you.
When these GameStop millions come through, it's either going to be in Texas or Miami, whichever place is more open.
Why would you do Texas?
Because they're fully open.
There's nothing to do in
You got to go to that place. Harden.
Really? James Harden didn't go to mad strip clubs in Miami? He has his jersey retired.
No, Houston.
I mean, in Texas, yeah,
that's
Texas. Yeah, that's why Texas. But Texas is no restrictions.
You got to customize a jersey.
So if I'm throwing a $100,000 non-married bachelor party.
Now, here's a question. If you become a millionaire, you're going to be only known as GameStop Phil?
I don't know. I might get a chain with GME on it with a little dollar sign. You know how they list the stocks?
Yeah.
I told you to get in.
So we've asked this a little bit different. We've asked people this. Most people we've had on. So now that you're having this big party millionaire, if you can invite one celebrity to come party with you, who would it be? We've heard Snoop Dogg.
Phil will say LeBron or someone retired.
No, we've heard Snoop Dogg.
I'm trying to think of good party celebrities.
Yeah, exactly.
When you said Leonardo DiCaprio, I was thinking you would say Gronk because Gronk seems more of a party guy.
Nah. That's why
Leonardo
said
DiCaprio seems more like a sit down with a glass of wine and like talk about roles.
Bro,
and stuff.
Well, you got to remember where Sil is.
Not only that. If I was single, I'd still want Leonardo DiCaprio because you're bringing Gronk. Gronk's bringing him, his 4 brothers, and they're just gonna do like college frat shit and jump around.
Yeah, that's a party.
Oh, it is. Okay, so listen, I'll tell you what. If you want a friend and 4 brothers and a bunch of dudes, you can go to a party at my brother's house. Okay? If you want you bring Leonardo DiCaprio, yeah, he's more chill, but he's coming through with like an MC Hammer entourage of like 20-year-old bitches who are ridiculous.
Honestly, if it's party,
yeah, like you're doing this thing in Vegas, you can invite one guy for the weekend.
An entire weekend, you're inviting Gronk.
James Harden.
James Harden.
He has his jersey retired in a strip club.
James Harden.
Bro, that means he's paying for pussy.
He's not even near the top of my list.
Listen, I'm going to be real with you. Anybody that one of their high accomplishments...
Well, I guess that's athletes.
Listen, one of their high accomplishments is snagging Khloe Kardashian. They ain't even on my radar.
Yeah,
no, the Kardashians are top tier.
No, Wesson, this is a fuck Kardashian podcast, bro.
Not for me.
This is a fuck Kardashian podcast.
Kim Kardashian's goated.
And not only that, bro...
Not only is she
Khloe Kardashian is like a 6-foot Quasimodo.
That's disrespectful.
An actual 6-foot Quasimodo.
That's disrespectful. I'm not going to lie.
Khloe's gross.
No,
Chloe is a dog.
That's disrespectful.
A dog with a capital D.
Let me hear you rank the sisters.
Not only is Kim Kardashian top tier, not only is she top 5, she's also helped getting people out of jail. She's a hero, basically.
Rank the top 5. Just looks.
Top 5. Kylie.
Oh,
number
God.
1.
Nah, Kylie's one for me.
She's a toad.
And then Kim.
Wait. After you rank them, I'll make a comment. Go.
Kylie.
Dog.
Kim,
she's a toad. She looks like a toad.
Then Kendall.
Okay.
Kendall's probably the... Actually, no. Kendall's disgusting. She looks like the mother in just a skinny body.
Then Courtney. Then Khloe. And then honestly...
And then Caitlyn.
No. And then the mom. No. Then the mom.
Probably fuck Caitlyn.
Then the mom, too. She's right below them. I'm not going to lie.
You're a sick fuck. You're gross. This is a sad thing. Phil's one of my best friends, and I look at him with disgust when I hear this.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were this high on the Kardashians.
Oh,
bro.
God. Phil's higher on the Kardashians than he is on GameStop stock.
Buy high. Never sell.
Buy high, sell high.
Never sell.
Yeah, I will say this about the Kardashians. Now that Kanye and Kim are getting a divorce, I'm expecting a banging album.
Oh, I can't wait for that
banging album. Because now the curse is gone.
It takes like a year to be lifted, so I'm expecting
the
this album
curse
next year.
No. The curse is gone. The Kardashians are similar to like a leech. They suck onto athletes and celebrities and drain them of everything they have.
Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate.
That's accurate.
But
we'll see what happens because, Devin Booker was with Kendall.
And then he was an all-star.
I think isn't
no, he wasn't
Ben
an all-star.
Simmons?
Ben Simmons, yeah, he was this year.
You're just a hater.
Ben Simmons is also
I like Ben Simmons.
Muff garbage as far as
Ben
I'm
Simmons
concerned.
is good.
I
don't like Ben Simmons.
But the Gronk thing reminded me, this will be quick. One time Phil came to visit me in college in like maybe 2016, 2017. So he comes over, shout out my Huxley guys. He comes over, I can't find him anywhere. It's Cinco de Mayo. I'm like, where the fuck is Wesson? Like, can't find him. And he sticks out like a sore thumb. He's wearing like what he's wearing now.
Jesus Christ, you're reusing that outfit?
Yeah. I think it was a Cavs outfit at the time.
Oh, God.
No, that was in my LeBron hating days.
Oh, okay. So he's probably wearing like a Steph hat or something. So
I did have it.
He's a big Steph guy as well.
So I go downstairs in the basement. And at the time at the school, there was like this foreign exchange student. She was from France. I'm sorry. I don't even truly remember her name. And I go downstairs and Wesson's down there in like the dark. It almost looked like they were like hiding. And I was like, is that even Phil?
Oh, is that a racist joke?
Nah, it's not a racist joke, Phil. I'm sorry. It was everyone knows the basement was dark. I go down there. He's speaking in some fucking French accent. Telling this girl he's from France.
Christ.
Yeah, but that's because one of your friends told me to do it.
Let me hear it. But I still remember.
One of your friends was like, yo, do a French accent.
He was like the rapist Pepe Le Pew at that party.
Let me hear that accent.
Sacre bleu. Croissants.
You sound like what the fuck was that guy in the tub, Kenan Thompson, when he was in the tub on All That?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Remember he'd be like,
and he had to,
and then on the bottom he'd be like, I just ate your duck.
Yeah. So I see that Wesson the one time talking to the French girl. And that was like literally like it reminded me of the Gronk shit that you said.
That was the day that I made you smoke weed for the first time.
Yeah, it was one of my first. It wasn't. I don't even think I really smoked.
It might have been not his first time, but
I know. I think it was.
I got a good weed story for you.
I don't think I even smoked it. I more like he was like, yo, just hit this one time. It was like a bowl, right?
Yeah.
I think I just touched my lips to it. Didn't even really know if I smoked it right. Gave it back to him, and then I was dead ass just done for that. Like, what did I even do the rest of the day? Like, I I was high as shit the rest of the day, and I literally just looked at the fucking weed.
So I got a good weed story for you. 5-6 years ago, maybe even longer, truthfully. Probably 6 years ago, I went to Amsterdam with Jess, and
that's a spot I want to go bad.
It's a little overrated, but
We'll go when the GameStop Millions come in.
that'll be a free
spot.
trip on Phil. But I go to Amsterdam, and I was like, yo, let's try these like pot brownies. Because like I never like smoked or did anything. I'm like, let's try these pot brownies. So me and Jess go to like a coffee shop because they only sell it at coffee shops, not smoke shops.
Really?
Yeah. So I buy, a brownie and we split it in half and eat it. And I'm just like, yo, nothing's happening.
Always.
Yeah.
Like
so
always
I'm like,
so
far, like as far as I'm concerned, like this shit is a ripoff. It's a tourist trap. So we go like across the street to another coffee shop. I get my own cupcake. Jessica gets her own. I eat mine. I like sweets.
Yeah, you'd ate it if it didn't have
Joey
the
chestnutted it. And Jessica's like, I don't
glizzy
like
gobbler.
I eat them. Jessica's like, I don't even want mine. I eat hers. Nothing's happening. I go to another place.
Fucking guy.
Altogether, I ate 5 cakes. So I go to one more place, and this one's like fully bagged. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get one. So the lady's just like, do you smoke? And I'm like, nah.
Do they have like a smell to them? Like, do they smell?
No,
like
they
blood?
taste
Okay.
perfect. So the lady's like, do you smoke? I'm like, nah, why? She's like, eat a third of it or a quarter. And she's like, wait an hour. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, it takes an hour to hit. So now I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, you're looking at your watch. Like, I'm 52 minutes into those 5.
So like, picture like, when someone videotapes, you're like, oh, fuck. Like the camera zooms into my face. I'm like, oh, shit. So now I tell Jessica, I'm like, we got to go back to the hotel. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm going to be high as shit. So, like, I'm a big Detroit Rock City fan because my dad loves Kiss.
Shout out Big Sil.
And there's an episode where they put, like, I don't know, shrooms or something on, like, the priests.
Oh, yeah, and he's fucking dying
he's like,
laughing.
He's like,
he's laughing
for, like,
an hour.
hours. So, like, we go back to the hotel, and I'm like, yo, it's been, like, 2 hours. Like, this shit is, like, fake. So I eat the whole cake. So now I'm, like, 7 cakes deep. So in Amsterdam, they have, like, sex shows.
Yeah,
It's, like, $20. You get 2 free drinks, and, like, you just watch people have sex. So I'm like sitting there. Jessica's like, what the fuck? And these people are on like a spinny bed, like a heart-shaped bed, just having sex. And I'm like, so Jessica looks at me and she's like, are you going to sleep? And I'm just like, what? She's like, are you sleeping? I'm like, no. I stand up and I'm just like, whoa.
Fucking collapse.
I'm just like, I think I'm high. So Jessica starts walking away and like, I kept closing my eyes. So I'd be like, oh my God, I had a dream. We're in Amsterdam. You're running away from me. And she's like running through the red light district right now.
Oh my God.
And I keep closing my eyes and I'm like, I think I can see naked women dancing. And like we get to the hotel and Jessica's screaming. Like, you know how Jessica gets
Yeah.
like when she's not having it, screaming at me. And I'm hysterically laughing and I start to cry. Not like cry because I'm upset. I can't stop laughing. So not only am I dripping tears, now I keep laughing so hard I pee my pants completely. So there's piss dripping down my leg.
And you're in like the hotel or?
No, I'm in the hotel.
Okay. At least you're in the hotel.
And Jessica's like, you're a piece of shit. You're ruining this fucking vacation. But meanwhile, I'm like, I guess
you think it's funny.
I'm high as shit. And she like video recorded me. And we have like a 6-minute video of me hysterically laughing. I remember trying to brush my teeth. And every time I put the toothbrush in, I kept saying it was tickling my teeth. And like, I was shot. And then literally the next day I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I had the craziest dream and I couldn't stop laughing.
And she's like, you motherfucker, that wasn't no dream.
Well,
exactly. That's
well,
what she
I got
said.
one, and I smoke all the time, every single day.
I think
multiple
is this
times
the story
a day.
with your sister?
No, this is me. So I'd eaten the like gummy ones, like the fruit flavored
Is
ones.
this the one that my friend from the volleyball team got you?
No.
Okay.
So the gummy ones, like the fruit flavored ones, they don't really do anything. I'd eaten like a whole bag and nothing happened.
Yeah.
So then I got these chocolates, and my friend's like, yo, only eat like 1 square or 2 squares.
Yeah. Right,
So I had,
You always hit him with a yeah.
so I had 2 squares, and I waited like 45 minutes, and I smoked at the same time, and I was like, bro, these shits don't hit.
You're ballsy.
So then I ate 4
This
more.
guy's got elephant balls.
I ate 4 more. Then I'm on Xbox playing Worms.
What?
It's this
Oh,
little
yeah.
fucking game on
I say, is
Xbox.
this the high part? I never even heard of this.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, these things hit me, and I'm like, I was done. Like, I had to remember how to breathe. I was like, yo, I have to.
All right. In.
I was like, yo.
out. And
wait.
Time was going by, and they're like, "Yo, it's your turn." I was like, "Okay," but I didn't want them to know that it was hitting me like that because they're like, "Yo, it's gonna hit you." So I was.
You're like me. I'd rather pretend be tripping out and ready to shoot myself than be like, I think I got high.
Yeah, me too.
So I was trying to play it off like it wasn't that bad. Meanwhile, I'm just like standing up. I'm like, "Yo, I'm definitely not gonna die. It's cool." I know what's happening.
Tell the story about when you said
my sister
ate an edible.
So my sister, the gummies, the little peach rings, they were apple flavored ones. I was like, "Yo, you want one?" She doesn't smoke, and she was like, "Sure." And she ate like a third, and then I'm playing Xbox. She comes out. She was like, "Yo, I don't feel so good," and then she was like, "I feel weird," and she like lay down on the floor. I'm like, "No, you're good." She's like, I could hear my hair. And I was like, you're going to be fine. She's like, should I go to the doctor? I was like, I was like, here, sit down here. Here's some water. I'd never seen her like that before, but this is what happens when you don't smoke. I think the last time she smoked was like 3 years before.
Bro, that's why whenever someone's like, just take a small edible, I'm like, and like, when I did it, like, dude, I get so paranoid too. Like, I'm the paranoid guy.
You think you're going to get arrested.
I'm like the cops are
going to
bust through this door. Like, I think they're going to, like, reach through my fucking intestines and see that, like, I got weed in my system. That's why I deadass won't do it, because I'm so fucking paranoid about it.
I mean, for me, like, I never really, like, messed, like, really with any drugs besides the edible when I was in Amsterdam. Because my biggest fear is, like, something will happen and I'll die.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm not afraid to die. That's not the thing.
I don't want people to think I'm a drug addict.
That's it for me. Like, listen.
I think the worst part is sometimes you feel like this is how I'm going to feel forever. Like you think it's never going to go away. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm worried that I'm going to do cocaine once. Be like, fucking Willie was a cokehead.
Yeah. And I'm worried my dad's going to be like, motherfucker, I thought I taught these kids well.
Yeah, he was
my
a
son's
fucking
a junkie. That's what I'm afraid of, my dad judging me.
Yeah, that's what
I'm more afraid of than anything.
No, I'm the same way.
No, we all saw the commercial. We all saw the Ninja Turtles were like, yeah, don't do drugs. And I love the Ninja Turtles. And guess what? I did drugs. Only weed. That doesn't count.
Listen, that's my biggest fear is like, I don't want to die and people be like, listen, like from my neighborhood, I can name like 15 kids who died just from overdose. Like just in my actual.
Of weed?
No, guy, I'm just talking drugs. In like my actual neighborhood. So it's just like, first of all, I don't want to be a statistic from my neighborhood. Like another fucking Panamoka kid drowned in the sauce. And then like.
The sauce of weed?
I don't want. No, I'm just talking drugs in general.
Lost in the sauce.
But then like, there's also a part of me that's like, so one time I went out with a bunch of friends, like, I think it was my ex-friend Mike. I went out at his bachelor party. We were in Vegas, and we didn't do drugs, but I like drank something, and I swore someone
you were drugged.
Now like this is like a roofie story.
A roofie colada?
Like I swore someone roofie colada the shit.
The Bill Cosby.
No, like I got up and I was like, ugh. Like it wasn't a drunk feeling. Like I felt like my whole body was asleep. And I remember I kept telling, like, at the time, my friend Mike, I'm like, I think I'm going to die. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, my whole body's numb. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck happened. He's like, the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, my dad's
it for me.
I just said, I was like, my dad's going to think I'm a junkie. He's like, you were drinking whiskey. I'm like, I think someone poisoned me. Like, bro, I was drenched in sweat. I remember going back up to the hotel and I'm like, my dad's going to think I'm a junkie. He's like,
I will turn down any drug that's not weed. I remember one time hanging out with this girl and she's like, oh, you want to come to the store she was the store she was closing, and
he's good.
We went there. It was a cell phone store, and a bunch of her friends were there, and they were all doing cocaine, and I was like, oh shit, I don't want to do this.
So I was like, I do that. I gotta piss mad bad quick. Go outside, I piss. And then I just pretend like I fucking, like, come back in, you hope they're done. You're like, please.
Now, so what happened was I grabbed my phone and I was like, yo, I got to go home. My house caught on fire. Like, I was like, yo, I don't want any parts of this.
You Google images a fucking picture and be like, this is dead ass my house of us on fire.
So nothing else.
Yeah. Still had to fucking, speaking of piss, fucking Sil had to take a piss, so he just fucking ran out.
It's like the fourth time in 10 minutes.
This is dead ass. He pissed literally right before this shit started. And we literally said, you're going to have to fucking piss. So, whatever. So now, speaking of fucking... Oh, I know you said you were chilling. Actually, I'll say... Is this real? Yeah, I'll say this for Sil here. He's coming back right now. Hold on one second. Fucking guy had to piss.
Sorry about that. I broke the seal.
That'll fucking
5
do
minutes
it. Kev's
before.
over there looking fucking pissed right now. He's going to have to edit this out.
Now you leave it in. It's organic.
All right, keep it
He
going.
was saying how he was hanging out with this girl, which reminds me, we got to get... So you guys know you got that new segment, Hump or Dump?
Hump or dump, hump or dump. Let's hear it, Phil.
Let's
You
hear it,
humping
Phil.
or
You
you
got
dumping?
something?
Oh, well.
Chances are you
I mean,
hump.
you know how. That's disrespectful. Anyway, I mean, you know how it is on dating sites. You can't judge the pictures because
The pictures
girls
are always
never look like their
better.
pictures.
Exactly.
So, whatever. I didn't have that many matches. So this girl, we were talking, and it was all good. She looked all right.
Decent.
She looked all right.
So so me and my buddies have a scale we used to have. It was, you don't rate a girl 1 to 10. She's either a 0 or a 1, meaning a 0, you wouldn't bang her, a 1, you would bang her.
So
was
for
she a
the
0
pictures,
or a 1?
Pictures, she was a 1.
So she was a 1, okay.
Now, always the first thing you got to
mean,
do when you
Wait,
match.
wait, hang on. First of all, why would you even agree to a date if she's a 0?
Well, that's the thing.
Well, no, because
No,
I'm
she
talking
was a
to
1.
Ant. I'm talking to Ant.
No,
No.
I'm just saying, like, if you would see a girl and be like,
Yeah, but
oh,
here's
that
the-
girl was pretty hot, like, she was all right, be like, oh, was she a 0 or a 1? You would never go out with the 0.
So here's the thing. So we went out. The pictures were fine. The pictures were a 1. Like I said,
Okay.
good chick. We talked and everything. But now the first thing you have to do is always try to find their Instagram or their Facebook so you can
Exactly.
see the real pictures because
Yeah,
most
yeah,
girls
yeah.
take the up angle pictures.
But let's be real. I know you want to find their Instagram or Facebook. No girl is posting on what they normally look like.
No, they do if you find the Instagram. But
No.
Shout
so
out, no,
if you find the
hold
Facebook,
on.
no, the Facebook.
Me and Sil are thinking of the same person right now, but keep going.
So
Did you just burp?
I did, but I
And he tried-
excuse me.
dog.
Excuse me. So I met the girl and she apparently she had been like 500 pounds before that and lost mad weight, so she had all the extras.
Well, listen,
And
I'm going
like-
to say this. Shout out to her for her weight loss
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, what? I was like, why can't you have a picture of what you really look like on there? So whatever, we got food and everything.
Where'd
and
you
then
guys go?
We went to some place in Patchogue.
Not Mexican, at least.
No, so what happened?
Not Gallos.
No. So what happened was when the check comes out, and this is how you determine. This is what I do. The check came out, and she put her card down, and then I put my card down, and we split because I knew I was never going to go out with her again.
That's not a good date. That's not a good date.
No, that's because I knew I was never going to go out with her again.
Phil's not a gentleman.
The key is if you're going to see the girl again, then you say, oh no,
I'll
put
pay.
that away, put that
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if you know it's trash and she also puts her card down, you let her keep
burners.
it down, and
It's
then you put
burners.
yours down and you split it.
It's
So,
burners.
so here's the thing. This is kind of not even at to the hump or dump yet. But
And it was
like,
dumb, by the way.
So it was a dump for that girl?
Yeah.
How often or how much money do you spend going on these Tinder, Bumble dates?
I try to keep it normal. So like,
Okay, what's normal, guy?
I don't
That's
know,
why
like
I'm asking.
70, 80 bucks. Unless you
A
go
date?
unless you go somewhere where
A
it's
date?
like,
Wait, 70, 80 bucks a date?
well, on the first one.
All right,
Although
no, no, no.
sometimes
So I asked this because
sometimes I did spend like 140 one time on
On
sushi.
Fat Girl?
No, on
Oh.
a different
On
girl.
sushi.
On sushi.
So I have like kind of a thing. I say I have a thing. When I did this, the scale was way lower.
That was
I
100 years ago. You've been with Jess since you were in high school.
Well,
the first George Bush was president
well,
when you guys
listen.
started dating.
Reagan was still around.
I'm just saying, like, my kind of rule, and I've told this to Jess, like, back in the day. I remember I told this to her parents. Like, I used to have, like, back a $40 rule was my rule. So, like, a girl has $40 to impress me. I don't have to get laid. It's just $40 you have to make an impact. So if I go to the movies with you, and that's running 26, then I got popcorn, that's 35, it's all on me. You got $5 on that second date. You don't impress me, like, it's basura for me. In case you don't know, that's the garbage.
That's
I mean, nowadays
Listen,
it'd probably be $100.
Yeah, that
Bucks.
wouldn't get you anywhere.
look,
It'd be $100 now.
like I say this with a lot of my friends who are not single but give me dating advice. Most of them have been with the same girl they met in high school, and they're like, Phil, you should do this, you should do this. I'm like, bro, the last time you
were playing
dated,
the field.
you had a flip phone and you were playing Snake on it. Like, you met your girl in
Whoa.
English in
like-
11th
Whoa.
grade.
Snake was never on a flip phone.
It was on the Nokia.
Yeah, it was.
The Nokia.
It was a
It was on a
Nokia.
flip phone. I had Snake on a flip phone. Bro, I know you. When you were 16,
He had the Nokia. I
you worked
remember.
at Target. You were dating Jess at like 17 years old.
Oh yeah, these two worked at Target you were the photo section.
Phil was
you,
a photo
you should
guy.
Be our new editor.
I was a guest service guy. I got a couple of good stories. Not Target, but there used to be at one of the jobs I worked, there was a giant robbery ring when I worked there. It wasn't Target, by the way. It was not Target in any way. It was another company I worked for. But we had such a good Target ring. We were essentially like I'll use Target as an example. We were essentially the Target mafia. So, like, we would have people come into this store and buy, like, a pack of batteries and walk out with, like, 3 Xbox 360s and every brand new game that came out that week.
Sonic Hair toothbrushes.
Like, when I tell you, I was living good at that time.
You know what's crazy, though? The whole ring went down.
Whoa, except 2 people. And you're looking at them. Right on this couch.
I got brought into the office one time, and they were like, do you know about what's going on? I was like, I don't know what's going on. What are you talking about?
I will say this. One of the scariest moments of my life at the time. I was maybe 19 years old. I had the head of security walk up to me with the store manager.
Yeah, those are big names at that time.
And they were like, Silvio, we got to talk. And all I could run through my mind is like, wow, I just slept outside this store for 5 days with Phil, with a tent I stole from here, and returned about 2 video games, and I had a $120 gift card, which I bought food those 5 days at the store. And I'm like, they're going to catch me. And they asked me something stupid. What actually sunk my ship was there was this bitch I worked with who was the HR manager. And I was training her at the time. And I think I said, like, yeah, customers like that are fucking bitches. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I came into work one day and they were just like, Silvio, I need to talk to you. Like, don't clock in. And I was like,
that's what you know, it's burners.
And I was just like, nah, bitch. It's like, it's 8:30. I'm clocking in. So I clocked in.
Yeah, because even if you're talking to me, I'm on the clock, bitch.
Yeah, bitch. Like, I drove my gas here. Like, at the time, gas was like $4.45.
Yeah.
Like, I was driving a Lincoln LS. That shit was getting like $12, like 12 fucking miles to the gallon. Like, bitch, I'm clocking in. So I clocked in at, like, I'm sitting in the office like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Like, who's that guest service right now? So security manager came in. So did the store manager. And I'm just like, fuck, yo, they got my number. Like, but like a guy like me, bro, a guy like me, like, I'm going down with the shit. Like, I got to catch a charge. Like, fuck it. I'm out here. Like, I'm for the people. And they're like, yo, look, we heard you said some foul language. Like, you going to have to leave.
I'd have been like, take my shit, here I go.
Nah, so I was like, oh, all right. I was pissed. So like, me, like, I'm a hothead. So I was like, the fuck said that? She's like, don't worry about it. I already know it's this bitch, and I ain't going to say her name. I walk right outside. I fucking mule donkey kick the fucking HR door. I'm like, listen, you bitch, you going to learn today. I walk out, I leave. I think I called my mom, and my mom was like, what happened? I'm like, yeah, some shit's going on over there. Like, I'm trying to work somewhere else now.
You never say you get fired. Yeah. They keep cutting my fucking hours. Like, I'm so done with this, I'm quitting.
Like, my mom, she'll be like, you probably did something. So I'm just like, nah, fuck it. Like, I ain't trying to work here no more. Fuck Target.
They holding me down. They're trying to hold a brother down.
Like, I'm hitting them with, like, fuck Target. So, long story short, I found this out later. I mean, this wasn't even me, but I found this story out later. Somebody found out where that HR manager lived. So she kind of got a little bit of karma.
Damn.
Somebody found out where she lived because, she was a Longwood graduate.
Oh, shit.
Shout
out the wood.
Somebody might have asked me where she lived. I did a little recon and I found out. So somebody had found out at the time. This is like, man, I don't know, a while later. Somebody ripped her mailbox out, threw this shit through her windshield.
Damn.
Yeah.
Somebody really got her.
On some real gangster shit. And then they kept asking Phil every day if it was me. Like, I would do some convict shit like that.
They think people are animals.
The scariest time for me at Target was while that all was going on. You know how there would always be the undercover cop car? And they'd get the people that would steal.
Oh, I remember this.
So one time me and Sil went to lunch.
And Phil wouldn't come back from lunch.
We came back. I saw the cop car pulled up there, and I was like, bro, I'm not going in. Yeah. I was like, bro, I can't get arrested. I'm black. I'll never get another job.
I'll be the first one.
Bro, he was so fucking scared.
So I dropped Sil off and drove back home, and I called in. I was like, yo, my car broke down while I was at home. I'm not going to be able to come back in.
Bro, another funny story.
Turns out that, like, I went back to work later. That cop car was there like almost every other day.
You just never realized.
Yeah, I just never realized.
I saw, like, when you're doing bad shit, you start getting paranoid.
You start getting paranoid. I was like, that's the car. I'm going to be in that car, and I'm going to be arrested.
Give me 18 hours, I'll be in that car.
I'm going to be another statistic, bro.
Nah, so one time, I was coming home. I went on vacation with Jessica at the time, and this is when we were just dating, like, just the beginning, like, so it was fresh. And I remember Jessica was like, yo, you got to call your job and see when you're working. So at the time I called and Fuzz Goldberg picked up because he was like some kind of manager back then. And he was like, I was like, yo, what's my schedule? And he was like, what do you mean you don't work here no more? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, they know you stole. Like, if you come back in, you're going to get arrested. And I was like, oh, shit. And, like, at the time, Jessica was like, well, what's your schedule? And I'm like, I'm going in on Monday at 8 o'clock. And my dad was like, so you got work? I'm like, yeah. And the whole time I'm like, fuck, yo, I'm about to walk right into, like, a trap arrest and get arrested. Like, this dude gave me a warning, but, like, I got to go down like a man. Yo, I go in there and, like, I didn't even get arrested. And I was like, yo, what the fuck, Fuzz? He's like, I wanted to scare you. I'm like, bro, if I had a no-call, no-show,
I'd quit.
I'd have got fired.
If that was me, and he was like, you're going to come and get arrested, I'd be like, all right, I guess that's burning. I would not have went in. Like,
at the time, I had just bought my car, and, like, I needed that $189.
Yeah, you had no other option.
I needed that $189 a month to pay that car payment. Like, so it was nothing for me, but one of our guys, a fallen guy that went down, one of our comrades, a.k.a. shout out to my man Johnny Cash. Guy kept his lips sealed, man. Remember, fish with their mouth closed never get caught. Remember that? So,
I like that.
My man Johnny Cash, the problem is, yo, when people are stealing, people get greedy.
Yeah, that's the big. Yeah, well, that's with anything.
That's what catches everybody. So my thing was like, I was like a Nicky Barnes.
Yo, I used to tell people would be like, yo, I'm about to take all these iPhones.
Yeah,
iPod touches. And I would tell people.
Remember, they were tracked.
I would tell people, bro, the security counts them in the morning and then they count them at the night. If you take one, they're gonna look at the camera. You know what they don't count? Xbox games.
Yeah, because that shit's locked up.
All the accessories and shit, like the little shit.
So,
and then you know what would happen? A week later, that person would be getting taken out. They'd be doing the walk of shame.
Shout out to my boy, passed away. My boy Mikey Newlist. He was a big iPod guy back then, and guy never learned, but never got caught.
Yo, remember the time your friend had us go to Best Buy?
Oh,
and he was like, because
that's another guy passed away. Shout out to my man Young Buck.
Yo, we had everything.
Oh yeah, he used to work at Best Buy.
Yo, he's always come to Best Buy. He was like, bro, take whatever you want.
Because like, yo, he was our heist man. I'd have him, but the thing was like, he would come to me. I'd be like, yo, walk into the back. I got my boy Merc back there. He gonna open the door for you. All you gotta do is buy batteries and give you a bag. My boy's on security. He knows you're walking out. Just walk out. Here's the keys to my car. Put everything in the glove compartment. I had it down. Bro, I walked in. He's like, take this bag, throw everything you can in and just run out. I'm like,
yeah, no type of organization.
Yo, dog, like, what?
Yo,
he's like, throw everything.
You motherfuckers are giving all the shit. Someone's going to come knocking on this
and
door.
The games were still in the plastic things.
He wanted me to take that shit and stomp on him in the parking lot.
We took the bags and we just left them and we left.
I got out of there.
But yo, one last thing before you go, Wesson. We dropped that video on the Instagram of saying everyone knows someone till it's fucking time to hit them up. A lot of people hit me up like, damn, bro, was this at me? Was this at me? Sitting with us right now is one of the guys it was directed at.
Yup.
No, first of all, wait.
Let me tell it.
Hold up.
So my boy Phil, his brother is a comedian. Shout out to Josh Wesson, who don't believe in the internet.
So he'll never see this, but
so Josh Wesson has written skits for Saturday Night Live. According to Phil, him and Pete Davidson, like this.
Which has been now known to be false.
Which we now have debunked.
Yep.
They're just
out
friends.
Pat Downey, debunked.
But apparently, we were like, yo, you gonna get Pete Davidson on? He's like, well, he's antisocial. He doesn't do that.
A month ago, he was like, yo, Pete Davidson will be on.
I never said that. I never said that. First of all, I never said that. And I'm gonna, Josh will be on here. The problem is every time we talk on the phone, all we do is talk about GameStop. That's it.
So I just want the end. So it was cap.
Yeah, you cap.
No,
you cap.
It can't be cap if you never promise it.
It was cap.
Nah, that was cap. That was cap.
It can't be cap if you never make a promise.
That was cap. But all right, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode one last time.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Phil.
You got a meme account, right? Give us
at rickjamesbitch.com.
At RickJamesBitch.
B, there's just a B.
Oh, at Rick James.
But I don't make memes anymore.
Listen, also follow the podcast, check the YouTube, subscribe. Everybody better be scribing.
And also buy GameStop and hold.
Don't
listen. This is not financial advice.
Listen,
I'm just a retard.
Also follow all the pages: Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube. I can see the stats. So if you tell me you following, I'm gonna look up your city and
I'll
see
look
if
up
you
your
really.
fucking zip.
I'm gonna see if you're really doing it.
Don't forget to hit that like and smash that subscribe button, guys.
Swipe up, swipe up, swipe up.
Yeah, keep going. Also, shout out to HMD Studios, my man Big Kev out here.
Big Kev.
This is the home of the Sound Podcast. We out, boys. Talk to you guys later.